Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here, Strike7Sports.com. And tonight I want to recap tonight's game between the Memphis Tigers and the Seton Hall Pirates. Well, game was a part of the ESPN Events Invitational. It's a tournament that's being held up in Orlando, probably I think on the Disney Wide World of Sports, that compound up there where I believe that's where they had the NBA bubble at when the pandemic first kicked off in 2020. Before I do that, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all's day, y'all's meals, y'all the number of plates y'all had throughout the day for Thanksgiving. I just had two, to be honest, and after that I just got that itis and just fell asleep. Watched some football, watched some really good football games. The Cowboys and Giants, Detroit game was pretty good. But once all that stuff got done over watching, I head over to this Memphis game between Memphis and the Seton Hall Pirates. So the game started off, on a bad note for Memphis. DeAndre Williams did not have a good game. Got in foul trouble really early in this game. He was doing really well in regards to being in foul trouble, being out of foul trouble in those first three games. And today, it reared its ugly head back again. He got in foul trouble early, got taken out by Penny on the bench. And he was pretty much out for the entire, for the significant portion of the first half. Seton Hall got a lead in this game, record around 23-16, but Memphis rallied back in the first half, and they went at halftime 31-30. But the Tigers would, Seton Hall would fight in the beginning of the first half. I believe they regained the lead for a brief moment. Memphis took back the lead once again, and they pretty much had control of this ball game. But they didn't close it out, man. To me, in my opinion, when I say they didn't close it out, they let Seton Hall hang around. Seton Hall is gonna be a tough team, bro. A tough out for anybody in the tournament. If they get to the tournament, looks like they're in a good. Tonight was a good, a good barometer of where they at. But Memphis did not put away Seton Hall when they had to. They just hung around. Seton Hall just hung around, kind of similar to what you saw in the St. Louis game. The only difference between Memphis facing St. Louis and Seton Hall was that the scoring from Seton Hall wasn't as fluid as it was with St. Louis, knocking down the shots. The Memphis defense clamped down as usual in this game. Really good outing from the team. You had Malcolm Dandridge had a huge game in this matchup. He played 19 minutes, 14 points coming off the bench, 2 block shots, 4 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, 1 defensive rebound, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Huge game from that kid, man, Malcolm Dandridge. I was happy for him tonight, but it just didn't. The shots didn't come at the right time, for certain players. I'm not calling nobody out. And Kendrick Davis had another huge night, 22 points. Probably the best point guard. I think I'm not gonna say probably. He is the best point guard in the country. 37 minutes, 7 to 14 from made 7 to 14 field goals, 1 to 2 and 3-point shots, 7 to 8 field goal free throws. Had a huge night, man. Alo was off tonight, man. I know he's been battling injury for the last couple of games. Only 4 points, 2 steals, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists. It wasn't a good night for Alo, man, overall. But he played hard, though. He played hard. He's just not 100% right now, in my opinion. And I just want to talk about, I want to respond to those online, on social media, on Twitter, message boards, the Facebook groups. I'll say this, man. People have been complaining about Alo. This ain't by no means. This is a cap me put on a cape for him, cape for Alo, or anything like that. But what do you want Penny to do, man? What do you want Penny Hardaway to do right now in regards to production, to players, to personnel? Alo is a defensive weapon, man. If he's used the right way. He's one of the great defensive guards in college basketball, in my opinion. Veteran leader, knows Penny Hardaway, knows the system, knows how it ran. He's one of the few players that Penny Hardaway trusts on his team. That's why he's back, and he has no other choice but to put him have him out there playing right now. But I get everybody's frustration. He's just he's not the scorer as a Kendrick Davis is. I thought Chandler Lawson had a good night. Had an okay night. 8 points, 26 minutes. 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Another productive night for Kildare Kennedy. 8 points. Guys are chipping in, man. Guys are chipping in with points and all that. It's just with points and rebounds, assists. The guys are chipping in, man. It's just that somebody other than it wouldn't hurt to have somebody other than Kendrick Davis closing these games out. That's what happened tonight with Seton Hall. And those free throws, man. You gotta make those free throws at the line, bro. You gotta make it. I believe that was, I'm not mistaken, Elijah McCadden at the free throw line. Where, I think it was Elijah McCadden at the free throw line that missed those free throws. And it just, you gotta make them shots, man. You gotta make them shots, man. And these are the type of games that where I say that you have to win if you're Memphis, because this is what type of win like this it looks really good on a resume for when you're fighting for a NCAA tournament berth, And I said this at the beginning of the season when the schedule first came out, the non-conference portion of the schedule. I was saying that you can't afford to lose a lot of these games, non-conference games, outside their conference against, especially when you're going against, tough opponents. So far, Memphis is, 0-2 against these type of teams, St. Louis and Seton Hall. So far, but the overall record is 2-2. They were able to get by from VCU due to them not having that point guard, Ace Baldwin, in the game. They were able to pull that one away, pull off with that one pretty easily. But man, look, they got to figure out a way, man, to get this to work. And I don't think this is the end of the world, man. I like this team. I know if you're a Memphis fan watching this video, you should feel encouraged, man, by what you see, because not in any of these games have they been blown out. None of them. They have not been blown out. The team plays hard for Penny Hardaway. They come up with big shots in certain moments. It just got to find that next guy to put the ball into their hands to dominate outside of Kendrick Davis, because he can't do it all, man. And I'm hoping that's a way that Penny Hardaway could start to manage his minutes, man. At least stagger his minutes, man, on the court, because you're gonna burn him out, man. You put him out here on all those minutes, playing all these minutes. It's gonna lead to another injury. But now they play Nebraska and I believe that game is tomorrow. So at 4 o'clock, according to what the schedule says. So that's a quick turnaround, man. These guys gotta heal up fast, get ready to get right back on the court and play a Nebraska team. Now they gotta win that game. They gotta win that game for, you know, NCAA tournament purposes. They gotta win that game. If they slip up and win that one, they slip up and lose that one. That could be not. It's not a good luck, you know. But that's still, I still believe there will be opportunities for them to make it up, you know. But hopefully, the Mary Franklin situation could get resolved, man, and they could grant that waiver because they could really use him on the court right now. And then maybe if you get Demarius Franklin out there, that may put Alo, you know, that might allow Alo to come off the bench, you know. But I still believe Alo has a role with his team. If he didn't have one, Penny Hardaway wouldn't allow him to come back to the team, would not give him an opportunity to come back on his team. So there is a role for him on his team, you know. Like I said, he is one of the best defensive players in college basketball, in my opinion. You know, so there's a role for him on his team, man. It's just right now, man, he's in a spot that he's playing in a role that he shouldn't be in, but he pretty much has to be in because of, you know, the lack of, you know, depth at that position. You know, it just, you know, guys just not, you know, guys like DeAndre Williams would have went out in the game with that foul trouble. That could have been a body on the court that could have helped out. But since that happened, Penny Hardaway pulled him early with like 8 minutes left in the first half, and the Tigers lost, you know, scoring from a second player. But despite all that, they're able to come back and put up 31 points to take the lead, 31-30, going into the half. So you should feel encouraged if you're a Memphis fan, bro, because this was last year's squad, you know, with the 5-star talents on it, like Amani Bates and all these other great 5-star talents. They would have got ran out of the gym, man. Seton Hall would have ran them out of the gym. This game would have been a blowout. But you can see the difference between this team and last year's team. It's just guys that have balled in. They just got to figure out ways to, you know, figure out what role serves his team best. What the roles are. The roles that can make his team better down the road, down the stretch. But it's not the end of the world. It's, you know, chill. It's it's their let's see, they play Vanderbilt, St. Louis, VCU, Seton Hall. This is their 4th game of the season. Chill. It's not the end of the world. I still believe they can make it to the Sweet 16. Still believe they're gonna finish second in the AAC and they're gonna make the tournament. So it's not the end of the world. Tomorrow they just gotta take care of business against Nebraska. You know, and as I said before, they gotta, you know, be careful with this non-conference schedule, because if you lose too much of these games, it could affect you once you go into your AAC portion of the schedule, and you go into those months of January, February, when things start to ramp up, and you know the scenes start to come out, these projections and all that other stuff, KenPom rankings and these metrics. They start looking at that stuff. So Memphis needs to start, you know, preparing themselves, you know, to win these type of games. You know, some of these games are resume building games. It's not a conference schedule. You know, but as I stated before, chill. It's only the 4th game of the season. They got a lot of basketball left to be played. Hopefully the Demarius Franklin situation get resolved, and you know, Penny Hardaway could regroup, get this guy into the lineup, see where he fits, and cut back on Kendrick Davis's minutes. And I think this will be a really good ball team going forward. More complete ball team, ball club going forward. So we'll see. So there you have it. Recap is done. Memphis lost by a point today, 70-69 to Seton Hall. They're off a record of 2-2. The next game is against Nebraska, which is supposed to be Friday at 4 p.m. in Orlando, Florida. That's all I have for y'all for right now. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all feel. How you feel about the Memphis Tigers going forward. What are your concerns about this team as they continue to navigate through this non-conference portion of the schedule. Also, check out strike7sports.com for latest content on the NFL, the NBA, Memphis Tigers football, basketball, and much more. Have a blessed night. Peace. I'm out.